Hi everyone, I'm here with Jennifer, a friend of mine, and we're here to talk about electromagnetic frequency and how it affects our bodies. We're all electric beings, and as you know, with everything going around right now, there's been a lot of talk about EMFs and how they affect us, and we just wanted to come together and chat about it and educate everyone how to protect themselves and what they can do. So Jen, give us a little bit of your insight. What's been going on for you? What do you want to share with everybody here? What's your take on electromagnetic frequencies? How do they affect us? And how can we protect ourselves?
Well, I mean, how is our bodies built in terms of energy, right? We're made up of like 50 billion cells, and each of our cells have an actual voltage, right? It's 1.4 volts or something like that, with a negative and a positive charge. So essentially we are just we're walking batteries, right? We have a big potential, and we're in essence just energy, right? Our field is energy, and we project this physicality that we have. And it's interesting to talk about because we're made of energy centers, and as you know, meridians that run through our body, like different points, and it's measurable, right? Everything is measurable. Everything has a certain frequency, and we want to talk about this because there's different things that can affect our health, right? When our body is at a vibrant state, it's at a certain frequency, and disease is at another lower frequency. So things like EMF can affect our frequencies, right? It can affect the way our energy is vibrating at. And
I guess that energy is more like the flow, because it's interrupted, and that interruption of energy causes the disease that you're talking about, because that energy delivers the force to different organs and I guess different tissues, right? And that energy affects our immune system, it affects our central nervous system. So yeah.
I mean, it's like when you think about electrical resonance, right? Like it's something as simple as when you're talking to someone and you just kind of like either have this attraction towards them, like, oh, they're really interesting, I really like them, I like the way they feel, or you might want to just run from them, right? Just as simple as that, like, oh, I just want to stay away from this person, and that's how everything works, right?
Yep.
So if EMF, it's at a different vibration, and we're at a certain vibration, essentially, it's going to affect our fields, right? I guess
so our auric fields, our chakras, I guess.
Yeah. Everything that makes up what we are, right? For instance, I think I have it on here, like our brain it vibrates at a certain frequency, and I believe they've done some research to show that our brain actually has the same frequency as the Earth's heart, like they call it the Schumann's resonance, the Earth's heartbeat. So they've found that actually our brain frequencies are similar frequencies as the Earth, and they have found that actually when the Earth's frequency has like risen or for some reason got caused it to go higher, people actually felt more anxious. They felt more, I don't know, depressed or anxious, or their emotions were affected by because they have shown that at higher frequencies it's made people more violent, it's made people more ill. It's very interesting.
And this anxiety really affects our immune system too, so it suppresses our immune system. So I guess it's making people very sick. So when you're looking at symptoms like, coughing, and fevers, and with everything going around now, I mean, sometimes it can be a little bit of confusion with, what the EMF symptoms are causing.
Right, exactly.
But, viruses, and we're thinking, well, is it a virus? Is it a cold and flu? Or is it the EMFs that are affecting our physical body, really, right?
Yeah, I mean, just to give you a little bit, the human body is around like 62 to 78 megahertz. And it's shown that like colds and flus start around 57 to 60. So it's a little bit, when it goes lower than our vibrational frequency, we start to feel what's called colds or flus. And like disease has shown to start at 58 megahertz, and then death begins at 25 megahertz. So your frequency is like at a really low level, things like cancer is at 42 megahertz. It's interesting what the findings of disease and what actually affects your health,
It does. I mean, exactly. I mean, if colds and flus is, of course, a big thing, but, even taking it to the next level, like cancer and fibromyalgia and Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, and, and just take it to so many different alignments that are affecting our body, and people don't realize how it's affecting us, even for, like what you said, our mood swings, depression, anxiety, and it's affecting us in, many, from auditory to cognitive to neurological effects to respiratory to cardiovascular problems. It's the list is endless, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And I guess our body, even, from dermatological problems, where our body is trying to release this stagnant energy through rashes, acne, or swelling, or hot flushes as well, can be,
Right.
Jennifer and I are laughing because we were talking about hot flushes before. So the body problem. Menopausal problems, us women, what we have to face through. But anyway, all good. And even, gastrointestinal problems, from allergies, that our bodies are finding ways of releasing these electromagnetic energies in our bodies.
Yeah. Our actually, it starts in our brain, right? Like the hormones that get released from our brain, it's affected by these energies. Like I said, our brains vibrate a certain frequency. Now, if these things are affected by, let's say, EMF, like you're going to experience things like headaches. You might have sleeping problems, or just because melatonin, right? It's secretes from the brain. Your immunity is going to go down because vitamin D is secreted by the brain, right? And that is like your best source of immunity.
Exactly.
It's even better than, and melatonin actually is better than vitamin D, but all that is released from your body naturally. But if your body is off, then you're not going to produce these.
No. And I guess our message is like, and how can we help our bodies? I mean, acupuncture is basically a big help where it stops this interruption and this disturbance caused by the electromagnetic pollution, not allowing it to become permanent. So like frequent acupuncture treatments can really help that over a period of time, whether, we just do it on a frequent basis just to help our body eliminate these toxins.
Right. Yeah. And that's why I feel like energy healing works so well as well, because we're working with the essence of the body. Like acupuncture is another form of energy healing, right? Chakra rebalancing is another form of, it's all energy healing, and you're working with the essence, the person's essence. And that's why it's always so effective in healing a lot of things.
That's right.
And a lot of things that, and what are some of the things that affect your body's energy, right? Like emotions, your higher level emotions like love, gratitude have higher frequencies. things like fear, worry have lower frequencies. So it's kind of like um, tuning into your emotional state and getting your emotions regulated and checked
Yeah.
constantly is a good idea.
Just
Yeah, just choosing to be in an elevated state, meditation, balancing yourself, doing things that make you feel good, taking walks, right?
yeah, that's right.
Self-care, self-care, you know?
Self-care, it's very important. Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Because, and frequent self-care as well, because our environment's constantly changing.
Mhm.
Our emotions are, constantly, from up to down. So it's
Mhm.
always, that
Yeah,
regular,
yeah,
working on ourselves, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. And, eating high frequency foods also help because, like canned packaged stuff has like zero frequency, basically.
That's right. And sugar as well,
Yeah,
that frequency,
yeah.
yeah. And
So high
causes,
frequency foods, right? Vegetables and things
yep,
like that.
fruit,
And
fruit,
herbs,
vegetables.
especially fresh herbs.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I mean, a lot of dairy products and meats cause a lot of
Yeah.
inflammation. So avoiding those foods where, they can
Hmm.
be necessary.
Yeah.
And totally. It
Yeah.
affects in a big
Yeah.
way. That's right. And getting lots of fresh air, like what you were saying,
Yeah.
going for a
The
walk.
sun,
Yeah.
the sun's natural rays actually help your frequency a whole bunch.
And elevate your vitamin
Yeah.
D3, of course. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. And
So
of course,
that's why it feels good to be outside because your body actually needs it,
hmm,
Yeah.
that's right. And the fresh air with, absorbing the lung, the energy. I mean, lung being the emperor of our meridian system in the Chinese medicine
Mm-hmm.
model, that, and once we're able to fill our lungs with oxygen, then of course our lungs can disperse that energy,
Mm-hmm.
where it needs to go. So we're feeling, vital and we're full of energy. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we take it for granted just being out in the sun and absorbing the sun rays.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And it's just right there. Like it's accessible for you
Yep,
to
free.
use. It's free. Just step outside.
That's right. And especially with all of us, being in lockdown now for such a long period of time, we've
Yeah.
really jeopardized our bodies from being, well, just being. So it's affected our emotional being and it's affected our well-being from not
Yeah.
being exposed to natural sunlight and fresh air.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm.
I really enjoy my walks these days.
I
Yeah.
know, I know,
Yeah.
I know. It does,
Yeah.
it helps. And
Yeah.
meditation too, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely. That's like extra meditation these days, right? Just to get grounded and, feel more in your body and more balanced and more level-headed.
that's right.
It's so easy to get in your head and start thinking about stuff that you don't really need to think about that's out of your control, right? And
That's right.
it's important to just be present. Mm-hmm.
It is. And I guess with what's going on, yes, it is, doom and gloom, but I guess we've got to look at it in a different light, really, that, maybe it's a time of just being, a time to reconnect, a time to reset,
Yeah.
and a time to really analyze what, life will look like and visualize what life will look like and just spend that time reconnecting with family and reconnecting
Mm-hmm.
with loved ones and having that time back to ourselves, I guess. So we've got to look at what's going on in a different light because otherwise people are going to get themselves in a real, muck.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's nice because look, if we all look at our lives, how busy they are, I mean, our life has become less busy. So we're not used to that frequency. So we've had to adjust that frequency of not being so busy. But I guess it's a way of Mother Earth saying to us, slow down,
Mm-hmm.
recoup, re-energize.
Right.
Things do pick up, we're able to take it, in a slower pace. Readjust.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Hey, tell me a little bit more about what you've been doing in the clinic with your clients um, with muscle testing and with the products that we've been working with lately.
yeah, sure.
I would like to do that more with my clients, and I I think that these products are actually very valuable and great to have around us, because we're surrounded by electronics all the time, and these are the things that can affect our body, right? Like our cell phones, computers, or Wi-Fi, and whatever, right? It's just all around us. And for people that like don't understand, why am I getting headaches? Why am I not sleeping well? And this and that, it's like it could be as simple as the electronics that were around, right? And I feel like these products that we have been working with are just so valuable to protecting us, to further protect us, and keeping our frequencies at a higher level.
Yeah, so the company's called Organ Effects, and like Jennifer said, we are both working with these products with our clients in the clinic, and I've been using the products for about 9 years. So I trust these products because I've had them myself in my home, and I've just recently had the new update versions that have been reprogrammed for the 5G now in my home. And honestly, I feel the difference. I feel a lot more energized. I don't feel as tired. And there's a whole range of products. I mean, there are little stickers that we can place on our phone, on our computers, on our laptops. If the kids have got sort of, other devices, of course. There's also little plugins that we plug into the PowerPoint and that we leave those on, and they're always on, and they zap all the frequency, because there's so many different frequencies in our home. Microwave ovens, the TV, the Wi-Fi, and it's also a great reminder to put your phones onto airplane mode at night when you sleep, because we can still use the alarm, and switching off the Wi-Fi at night. Yeah.
Oh, I have to think about that. It's just switching it off, period.
Switching it off, and of course turning it on at night as well, because you'll be amazed, even though your phone is on airplane mode, messages come through because the Wi-Fi is on. So it always, so switching it off at night while you rest, because when you're sleeping at night, your body's recharging, your body is recouping, it's restoring. So it's probably best not to have any interruption, so your body can restore at a higher level, while you sleep at night. Yeah,
that's great.
And of course, I've been muscle testing, so I've been showing my clients in the clinic how these frequencies do affect us by doing some muscle testing, by placing simply a mobile phone on their physical body and showing them how it's causing a weakness in the body via muscle testing. And then I use the products and place it on their bodies and show them that with the strength of having these products in your home or having these products on your body, because they also have necklaces as well, how it stops these frequencies affecting our meridian system and allowing our meridian systems to not allow this, poison, really, it is a poison that's entering the system and affecting us from not causing illnesses in our bodies and affecting our mental health as well.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I recently, my daughter tested positive for Epstein-Barr, and I was trying to figure out why was she so sick, right? All the things the symptoms that I saw was happening was Epstein-Barr, and I called her doctor on the phone, and she said, oh, it could be anything. It could be anything viral. Like just let her rest. Give her some aspirin, some water. I'm like, okay, no, I'm not taking that. I don't know why I didn't make her muscle test before the call, but I said, Asha, come here. And I made her muscle test, and she tested positive for Epstein-Barr. And by the way, Epstein-Barr is like at 52 megahertz. So like being on the phone, on her phone all the time, on her games all the time. I mean, I just was a concern for me too. And she'd never go outside. But anyway, sidetrack. So I called her doctor back, and I said, I just gave her the rundown. Like, I need to have her blood tested for this. you know, I just need a blood test. I just know it's Epstein-Barr, blah, blah, blah. And finally, we did get in a day or two within the call. And then they confirmed, yeah, she has active mono. They call it mono, but it's, you know, Epstein-Barr is one of those ambiguous things that it could show up as anything, right? But its first stage is mono. So it's just to affirm that the muscle testing is very accurate. Like the muscle testing is your body's intuition telling you, like it supersedes the thinking brain, what information being told to you, what is what, but your body always knows what's going on with you. So that's why I love teaching people the muscle testing, because it's very accurate in what you're doing with people, just to show them that, okay, this telephone on you is actually affecting your electromagnetic field. And when I put this EMF, what are those called? The stuff,
all the different products, the stickers, the plugins.
Yeah. The product for the EMF on your body, like suddenly your body is okay. You know, I think that's amazing to show them that, hey, you know,
it's amazing.
It does affect you. So I would like to, like, for anyone who's, like, for my clients, if they're interested, I would love to do that with them as well, just to show them, like, what exactly they need, you know, help them.
Exactly. And it's interesting what you said about your daughter, because I do a lot of work with even like cancer patients who are, you know, having chemo or they're in remission. And I actually placed a couple of these domes in their bedrooms, one particular client in the hospital, because as we know, you know, hospitals are ramped up with a lot of magnetic fields, a lot of machinery. And within 3 days, you know, with one particular client who was in hospital, who had placed one of these domes beside her bed, that her bloods changed within 12 hours.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Wow. That is,
and you know, shrinking of tumors, even tumor shrinking. Like we're talking like a 3-day period. We saw these benefits, and I thought, wow, wow.
It's definitely something that we should look into more often. And definitely think, you know, when we're talking about our bodies, it's like we have to look at our bodies more as, you know, this electromagnetic thing, right? This whole system of energy that is affected by everything from our environment to our emotions to the foods that we eat.
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's everything. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's everything. But I mean, there are a lot of products out there, and I've done a lot of research, and to me, because I have used this company for 9 years, me personally, I find them to be very sort of, their price point, it's very affordable. There are a lot of expensive products out there, but for what these products are, they're great, they work. I've done the research, I've read a lot of their papers, and they work, and they're affordable. So
and
I guess
they've been tested for all,
even tested,
and all that too. So, which I love.
You
know that it works. Yeah.
So Jennifer and I are both happy to discuss, you know, your needs, about, you know, what you need to protect yourselves at home or in the office, or for your children while they're at school. So I guess
Cool.
Pretty much. Well, thanks, Jennifer. Thanks for
having this conversation with me, because this has been the latest thing that's been on our minds.
That's right.
I know that there's a lot of things that we can't control, but we can control our own health, right? We have the responsibility and the responsibility to
our own bodies, right? What we allow.
That's right. And to protect ourselves. So.
That's right. That's right. And our families and ourselves, and you know, and what goes into our body, the toxins that we can sort of eliminate entering into our auric fields.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you, and we'll have fun educating all your clients in the clinic, and you know, work with them. And you take care, and we'll talk soon.
It was nice chatting with you.
Thank you. Likewise.